Welcome back. In this video, we're going to discuss the link between the foods that we eat and the health of our heart chakra. Some of this material is discussed in my book, Nutrition for Intuition, which I co-wrote with the naturopath Robert Reeves. In Nutrition for Intuition, Robert and I discuss how the foods can supplement and help and support the chakras that are correlated with your psychic senses. As I mentioned in the first video of this lesson, the heart chakra is very connected to your intuition. It is your feeling sense. It is the processor of your gut feelings. And it's the most common way that people receive messages from the divine, through their feelings. Now, as I mentioned, it's really important to trust and to know that those feelings are legitimate messages that are sometimes trying to give us life-saving guidance. So our feelings are divine messages that are valid, that are trustworthy, and that in some cases are life-saving. I'll never forget a woman who I worked with at a television station in the Pacific Northwest, where I was a frequent guest teaching about angels on their morning television show. And she worked behind the scenes, doing camera work. She worked as an associate director, and she and I got to know each other very well. And one day she shared a story with me that was amazing. I want to share it with you as well. She gave me permission to share this story. She said that after the end of the day, where she was getting ready to go out to her car in the parking lot, she got a strong feeling, not a vision, not words, not thoughts, but a feeling to not go the normal doorway out to the parking lot. It was such a strong feeling that it was like a force field, wouldn't allow her to go out of the doorway. And this feeling also told her to get an escort, to go find the security officer at the TV studio and walk with him out to her car, out the other direction. Well, she did this. She listened to her feelings. She didn't think, oh, it's just a feeling, or write it off that she was tired from a long day. And it saved her life, because it turned out that there was a man who was armed, who was trying to get on the news in the evening, and who had come to the station and was at that door that she was going to walk out of to her car. But because she went and got the security guard, and she went in a different direction, she and the security guard were both saved from what could have been a very violent ending. I've received so many of these type of stories that I'm convinced that the angels who are guarding us and protecting us with these life-saving messages speak through our heart to us, through the vibration that, if we will listen to, could prevent a lot of needless deaths. So it's important to open up our heart chakra, and food can make a big difference. It also protects our heart health physically. Because we've talked about the color of the heart chakra being, tell me what it is. You're right, it's green, it's emerald green. Now, what color foods do you suppose support both physical heart health and heart chakra health energetically? You're right, it's green. And this is not just something that seems to be a new age idea. This is something that's supported by science. We know that if you will eat your greens, particularly organic greens, because anything that has pesticides or herbicides in it, like genetically modified foods have herbicides which kill insects built into them, or has pesticides sprayed over them, that hurts our health overall and creates stress hormones to combat those pesticide poisons. So anything that you eat that's green, that is organic, not genetically modified, hopefully locally grown, as we've discussed before, because it has that energy imprint of your locale, and it helps you to synchronize and get good timing. Any kind of greens are very, very heart healthy, but particularly those that are high protein. Did you know that kale and watercress have such high protein that the American Dietetic Association said that we can have a completely vegan diet and get sufficient protein with adequate planning? Now, I've been a vegan since 1996, and one of the questions that I frequently hear from people is, well, what's your source of protein? And they're genuinely concerned because I don't eat any animal products at all, and I haven't since 1996. But what I've found, like science has found, like the American Dietetic Association has found, that the greens offer sufficient protein. So it means that if you're going to eat vegan or vegetarian, you can't live on junk food. You've got to eat those nutrients that are rich in protein and rich in the vitamins that we all need. The kale and the watercress, if you have them frequently, I have them almost every day, will keep you going with sufficient protein to keep your health and your heart very, very happy. Other greens that are heart healthy include broccoli. Broccoli has a whole host of minerals and vitamins and has actually been shown to be an anti-carcinogenic agent, meaning that it helps to fight off potential cancer cells. So broccoli I find delicious and can be used in a whole host of different dishes. Try steaming it and blending it. You can make soup out of it. You can make a form of guacamole out of it that's low fat by putting cilantro, a little bit of onion and garlic and salt in blended steamed broccoli. And you've got guacamole. It tastes really, really good. There's other greens that can help you because they've got omega-3s, they've got vitamin E in them, and it goes on and on and on. But if you want to keep your heart healthy and you want to open up your heart to more love, feed it some greens. Other sources of vitamin E and omega-3, which are wonderful for the physical heart and the heart chakra, include flax and flax seeds. Flaxseed oil is wonderful for keeping your energy high. Give it a try. You can actually add a little bit to your smoothies or your salad. It's got a nice taste and it really boosts you up. Hemp seed oil as well is a wonderful choice for getting that nutrient. Raw organic almonds make a wonderful afternoon snack pick-me-up, and they're very high in vitamin E, which is good for your heart health. Now there's also things that you want to avoid, both because they're destructive to your cardiovascular system and because they can cause the heart chakra to close and shrink and dim in its light. Of course, it makes sense that you want to avoid smoke or smoking. And that includes secondhand smoke, and now there's new studies that show that third-hand smoke is actually toxic. Third-hand smoke means that you can smell smoke on curtains where someone has smoked inside of that room, or you can smell smoke inside of a car or on someone's shirt. And there's actually toxic fumes. Whenever you can smell a cigarette, get away from it because it's not good for your heart or your heart chakra. Saturated fats are also something that will pull you down and can be destructive to the physical heart. Of course, we all know cases of exceptions where people have lived however they wanted and they're still going. But I think it's good to be conservative and to take advantage of these great studies which show that when we have a low-fat diet or when we eat healthy fats, such as from avocados or almonds, that our heart stays healthier a long time. Of course, it goes without saying that that includes exercise. Cardiovascular health and cardiovascular exercise go hand in hand. And it's important to honor our bodies by having some sort of exercise program that really gets your heart rate up and that you enjoy so that you'll continue to do it every single day. There's a lot of evidence also that refined white sugar has a detrimental effect upon your heart. It could be because of its stimulant effect. Anything that boosts your heart rate in a chemical way, artificially, such as too much caffeine, is straining on the heart. The heart, after all, is connected to any sort of stress hormones. We've talked about the adrenals in the previous sections, and what we want to do with all of our chakras, and especially the heart chakra, is get a lifestyle that maintains peace. Peace for your heart, a normal heart rate, and only accelerating your heart rate through cardiovascular exercise that is healthy and respects your heart. So anything that's excessive, such as too much coffee, too much alcohol, definitely no caffeine drinks that are designed to keep you up all night. There's been a lot of cases of people having serious heart challenges and even, unfortunately, deaths because of having those super caffeinated beverages. We don't want to fool around with this. Our heart, our body, is our vehicle of our life purpose. It is literally your temple, and it is your chief tool in making sure that you fulfill your life purpose during your lifetime. So honoring your heart health is a big part of your life purpose, and that involves eating your greens like your mama told you, it is yummy when you learn how to make it in a way that's delicious and fresh and invites more health and more love into your life.